to play ASO. I guess I'm just gonna jump straight into it, and I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. And so yeah, we're gonna play some Spelunky. It's a classic roguelike platformer, one of the best there is in the genre, if you ask basically anyone. And we are playing ASO, which is one of the few RTA categories in the main leaderboard of this video game. Actually, the only at the moment, or whatever, doesn't matter much. But in this game, we have the goal of unlocking all of the shortcuts, as the name implies, and then beat Olmec. And we start from a fresh save file, so we just go through the tutorial as the routine and as a nice warm-up to the game. At the beginning, if you saw me drop down the rope after the intro cutscene, I had a blackout glitch, which allowed us to have some of the resources in this tutorial level already. Because usually you start without them and you have to make a long-winded path all around the whole level. With this glitch, you can speed up the tutorial by quite a bit and allows you to bomb through all of the level. Oops, I messed up that bomb cook, but that's fine. So now we're gonna finish the tutorial and basically doing the first split. And after we enter the main cave, we start the bulk of the run, where we have to basically get some resources to the end of every individual zone. This game has 4 zones for this run, starting off with the mines, which has a similar layout to what you saw in the tutorial. And we will just have to run through all of these levels a few times, get some resources to our NPC friend, the Tunnel Man, who is digging our shortcuts for us. And he's asking for different stuff every time we go there and deliver the resources successfully. Contrary to the usual speedruns for this game, you are allowed to get hit a lot and do some resources as long as you don't die. Because as Spelunky is a roguelike, every level is different, it's randomly generated. So, but if you die, you start from the very beginning, unless you use a shortcut, which we will make use of later on in the run. And so, if you have to die, if something bad happens, you hope for it to happen in the beginning, because having done basically most of the split and then having to reset and do the whole thing over again wastes a lot of time. So, deathless runs are always preferable. Who would have guessed? But yeah, we deliver our first bomb here. So the first item delivered is a singular bomb. And now we go to the second item, which is a rope. The first 2 items for each of the shortcuts is always a bomb and a rope in different amounts. And Tunnelman only takes them in the full amount. You can't deliver just 2 ropes, even though he wants 3. Which is very annoying because sometimes you accidentally use the rope during the run and didn't realize that actually you needed that to finish that split. But yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen. It doesn't slip my mind. I will try to not make any dumb mistakes, especially not like falling into spikes or not seeing arrow traps correctly, because those can kill runs very quickly. Spelunky is a pretty hard game in general, with the insta-death mechanics and the random and chaotic nature of some of the interaction that all of the different enemies and traps have. It can be very mean, but if you know what you're doing and keep an open eye, it should be fine. You just have to pay attention, which is gonna be hard if I will try to explain what goes on exactly all the time, but I will try my best. So we are on the last split for the mines, which is a delivery of 10k in gold. So we will have to keep an eye out for all of some gold that's lying around and just pick it up when it's close so that we can get it in a reasonable amount of time. So far, so good. We are very much on pace for our 10k towards the end of these mines. And on the end of every delivery for a zone, you can just keep going. So after this delivery of the 10Ks, we won't reset and go back to the beginning of the mines, but instead just keep going and run through the jungle properly and deliver the first bombs for the unlocking of the jungle shortcut. There's a lot of little things during the tournament, I won't explain like all of the special rooms, hidden things that may seem a bit off. I didn't check for gold. That is what happens when you don't pay attention. I'm sorry. Oh well. It's fine. We can get it this time around. Hey, crust gems. You can find some hidden gems in the crust. That's good. Let's be extra safe. Get all of the money this time around. So yeah, that was basically a completely wasted split, which is why you don't want to have something like that happen late on. I hope nothing bad will happen again. In hindsight, I should have thought about asking someone to co-commentate properly, but oh well. It's gonna be fine. I put a pretty reasonable amount of estimated time, and as long as nothing super bad happens, this should be easy. Alright, just a bit more gold and we should be good. Another thing, for many of the shortcuts that we will see, like every time you see a shortcut that ends one of them and goes into the next zone shortcut, we will just run through and try to keep our run alive. So getting hit a lot is not preferable because you only have 4. And getting wiggled down is something that happens quite a lot if you play like me. But yeah, as long as you try to play carefully, it should be fine. So yeah, now we are in the jungle. Jungle is very different from the mines. A lot more annoying things. No arrow traps, which is a godsend for anyone who struggles with those. They are very annoying. Instead, you get to play with Boomerang, Tiki Man, some spike traps, water, which is a very, very well-programmed thing and not annoying at all. Annoying bees, I think this is gonna end badly for me, unless I can... Nope, I didn't. Okay. Well then. It's not that bad. Since we unlocked the shortcut to the jungle, we can go to the lobby and access all of our shortcuts here. And this time we can have a bit of more resources. What you saw there was a beehive, which is a random chunk generation in this game, which is very annoying because the bees are very erratic. So all of the time they often block the path as well. So a lot of the random level generations, special level generations are not really good to have. There's very few that are preferable to have on speedruns especially. In casual play, it's different again. Because in casual play, you usually take a lot of time to explore every level, get some resources. But we just go through as fast as we can and try not to fall into these man-eating plants because they insta-kill you. There's a lot of insta-kills in this game. Like I said, the spikes kill you instantly. A lot of things just deal more, or actually not a lot, but a few things kill more than the starting amount of health. So that can basically count as an insta-kill. There's an abyss later on. A lot of annoying things. Stun locking into a lot of damage also happens a bunch. Anyway, we delivered our 2 bombs. Next up is 2 ropes. And everything will be going fine. This is the water, one of the special levels. There's a Tiki Man. That boomerang stuns you. If you drop stunned into the water, you're basically dead. So yeah, there's a lot of mean stuff that happens. But philosophy for this game is dying is natural, and you should laugh at them more than anything else. As you should with most roguelikes, honestly. Anyway. We will make our way through this jungle, so if the organizers want to say something, shouldn't be anything special to mention from me for a while, until I'm done with this bit.
Thank you. Yeah, there is actually something to mention. Thank you for giving me the time for it. Here's a $25 donation from Repeatro saying, "Keep up the great work. Greetings to the German restream. So giving some regards to our friends over at Germansch doing the German restream. Thank you so much for the very generous $25 donation. Remember, all of the donations go directly to Save the Children. It's an amazing charity organization. They have excellent ratings on Charity Navigator. And I want to remind everybody the Toho 6 donation incentive for the extra stage currently sits at $80 out of $100, so just $20 more and we have that incentive met and we're going to see the extra stage. And not only that, if you donate $20, then we have also met $400 at this SpeedCon. That would be amazing. I would really love to see that happen in the course of this very run. So, I mean, you collect gold in Spelunky, so why not collect some donations in SpeedCon during the Spelunky run? I would really appreciate this.
That sounds like a fair thing. How did this guy survive? Alright, while we got this nice info and incentive to vote, we got to the split for the shotgun, which is a very RNG heavy split because the shotgun is usually an item that you can't force into existence, so you just have to hope that the game gives it to you. What we got is extra nice because we have gone a visible black market, which was that weird level with a lot of shops that you just saw. We also got an extra life in there, which is a key item for some other stuff, but we don't care about it. We can just use it for safety. And with all of these resources that we gathered on the shotgun split, we can do something what's called a triple delivery. Because what we usually had when we finished... Oh, that shot was very close! One shotgun pellet deals 4 damage, so you die. And I'm glad that has not happened to us. Ooh, okay, we got this suit. So we delivered the shotgun to our friend the Tunnel Man, who needs to get rid of some monsters. So now we are in the ice cave, and we're gonna try to do triple delivery. And as I was saying, what got cut off by some exciting events, triple delivery is, instead of just going for the next completion of these bomb splits, this time we need 3 bombs to give to Tunnel, that we have to give to Tunnel Man. We can also use a special level that is something that only is in the ice caves, which is special in the sense that instead of going us further down, bringing us further down, it gets us back up a level. So what we do is Oh, he got frozen. We go up this level, go through a special alien ship that spits of us further above, and after the alien ship, Tunnelman will wait for us there and say, yo, you can give me some resources here. I forgot that I have the throwing gloves. That was dangerous. Lots of explosions here. Anyway, this is the mothership. As you can see, the exit is at the top. And here we can deliver our bombs because we have enough of them. We got them all from the black market. And now we can go this way. And we go up through these aliens who have shipwrecked their other ship here. Okay, I don't like this situation with the shoppy here. Oh, okay, that was a bit sketchy. If you get caught by the shoppy, he throws you around and stuns you, and he's very quick on following that with a bunch of shotgun shots through your face. So I'm glad that didn't happen, and we got through without any issues. That's great. This is going great, apart from the first death, but that's fine. So now we are in the temple, and the last thing that we have to do to unlock the temple shortcut is bring the golden key all the way through. It's the most important split of the run, and we bring a key through. There's a very obvious joke that I'm not gonna do because the community hates and loves it at the same time. Anyway, the key split is also a bit of an RNG check because the key can spawn on any of the 3 later levels of the mines. And so we will hope that it's on the way, because otherwise we will miss it, which is very annoying. But I don't think it's on this one, so it's gonna be fine to just leave. Also, it's the longest split in the whole game, as in you have to survive the longest. So getting some extra health would be good. Like this is weird situation. This is the gold key, by the way. So we found it without any issues. Always good. And there's a lot of arrow traps this level. Damn. Killing this guy. So you have to survive the longest because you have to go from the beginning of the game nearly to the end. So a lot of things can just go wrong. Then other thing that makes the key split especially difficult and annoying is the fact that you use you have to hold it in your hand, so you can't whip. The whip is a very powerful item in this game. It's honestly the most powerful thing a speedrunner for this game should learn how to use properly, because there's so much power inside the little bit of rope, and losing that ability to whip whenever you want to is really a big handicap. So any kind of run where you have your hands occupied is kind of dangerous. But I think we should be fine if I try to stay focused for a bit longer. A special thing that you could also try to, when you have the ability. That was bad. Oops, I didn't check how far you fall. And yes, there is fall damage in this game. Sometimes it's a bit counterintuitive to think that a platformer should have any kind of fall damage. It seems to stifle the gameplay more, but in this game it works incredibly well. Okay, I'm gonna, like... Why would you do this game? Okay, I'm gonna, like, get rid of... this is awful! No! Uh-oh, uh-oh. Yep, that is very bad. Alright, let's try this again. We still have a few more minutes until I feel like we are losing too much time. But yeah, like stuff like that happens. Dropping the key in a bad spot, always very annoying. That was a thing that I could have saved, but oh well. No use crying over spoiled milk. Spilled milk? I think that's the thing. Regardless, we will look for the next key and try again. So because this is the longest split, you also would like to get, for example, very powerful items. The most obvious one to have is a jetpack, which will make everything easier because you don't have to think about fall damage too much. You can navigate a lot better. It somewhat counters the fact that you can't whip to get rid of enemies because you can just avoid them flying over. I think I saw the key over there, and maybe it's not there. Where's the key? I have a bad feeling about the key being in a very bad spot. Where is it? Hello? Okay, where is the key? This is the chest. Well, that's a bit annoying. Okay, I'm gonna reset here because going all the way back up, losing all your resources while also being already low on health does not sound like a great plan. There's a shotgun in that crate, that's great. Alright, this is falling apart now. Oh no. It was going so well. Oh yeah, this is a lot of Spelunky speedrunning. Like I said, ASO is an exception to the usual way you speedrun this game, because this is an RTA run, so you have to play somewhat consistently, and this game is inherently inconsistent in a way. A lot of people don't like it, but it's part of culture, I guess. And it's also probably the best way to showcase the game in events like this or for races. It's a very good racing category in general. But the usual way people speedrun this game is they just play the base game and run what the game gives them. There's tons of different categories. The key is locked off again. Are you serious, games? Okay, so we will go down this snake pit and feel happy for the fact that there's our friend. Okay, we will. Ah, man. We'll get this thing. Nice Maddock. I'm actually gonna dig through here. Don't accidentally get crushed by the push block, because getting crushed also kills you instantly. Alright, I really hope that I can get this run done by now, because RTA time is always a bit different to estimate, because runners know the in-game time better. So a good key split in-game time is like 3 minutes from completion, but it doesn't account for the transition screens. So I hope that the organizers won't be so mad if it goes a bit over. If I die again, I could also just try to play from the shortcut, say that we completed the key split, and then I can show off the Olmec end boss at least. But preferably we just get this done now, and then everyone is happy, especially me. That's a big jump for the Froggy Man. Alright. Unless something bad happens, this is again a spot to maybe talk about donations if there are any, or anything like that.
Well, I can take this moment to remind everybody that here at SpeedCon 23 we are once again supporting our friends at Save the Children, an awesome organization helping children all over the world. And remember that any amount you donate helps and goes a long way, such as just $1 can provide 4 children with a treatment against pneumonia, which is, as a matter of fact, still a life-threatening disease. So don't, if you can't afford to donate much, but every little bit helps, so please don't feel ashamed if it's just a little bit that you can give. And reminder that for the next run, actually the Tohu 6 run, we still need $20 more to get the donation incentive met to see the bonus stage. So if you want to see that, I mean, Tohu is usually extremely impressive to watch. So $20, break the 400 and break the 100 for the donation incentive. I would really appreciate that.
Alright, so this game is being really mean to us. It spawned a blocked off level, so I had to use some weird landmine shenanigans and try to bomb their way through. I used all of my ropes for this, and I still couldn't make it across. Usually this game doesn't force resources out of you, but that was just a very unlucky spawn of a subroom with no floor whatsoever next to a subroom that is assumed that you just drop down into and complete the path forward. Oh well, it's not a perfect game, but it is very good still. Oh, please don't do this again! No! No! What is this? Oh, and this time there's no way for me to go up there, is there? I think we might have to use all of our resources now. This is very bad. Shucks. Alright, so no resources. If we get another one of these, we are boned. But this is the last level for the split. After it, I should be able to just use one of the shortcuts. There is no way! No way, game! You can't do this to me! Okay. Let's try it. Let's hope this works out. Okay. This should be fine. This game really didn't want this one to finish. Alright, I have no more resources. I will still try to get the quick finish, and we will have a resourceless Olmec fight, which is something actually pretty special. It will take a bit longer, so I'm sorry for going over time. I hope it's alright. But if we can get this, we can see a resource like Olmec fight, which is special because usually you get to Olmec, the end boss, with a lot of resources. And instead of having to kill the end boss in a traditional way, you make him stomp down a bunch of layers, trying to avoid getting crushed or getting killed by any kind of spawns that Olmec throws your way. And make him fall all the way down into lava, where he will melt and you will be victorious. And there's a category in the normal game which is no percent, which is a very hard variation of low percent, where you're not allowed to get hit at all and use any of your resources, and also no gold. So let's see if I can pull this off. I have not done the strategy in a while, but if Olmec is nice and doesn't spawn any annoying things, as he did there and there, we should be fine. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, let's see if I can... Hope I didn't screw this up. This is looking bad. I got crushed. Alright. I don't know how much longer I could go overboard. I hope it's fine if I try one more time. I think that means yes. So
One more attempt is fine, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Let's get a proper, normal Olmec fight. There was a lot going wrong in this run. The ice caves were bad. A bunch of my deaths were my own fault, but at least we can show this off properly if everything goes well this time. I will also not do the super fast threat and go for a safer one. Just because. Or I could just die like that. Alright, I think. I'm sorry to not be able to show the rest of the run, but basically Olmec would crush all the way down. And that would be the end of the run. A lot of runs end like this. They just die to some stupid like that. Like I said, one death usually means you're not on PvP phase anymore. But yeah, I think this is fine now. I don't want to hold up the structure of the rest of the event. So I think it's fine.
Well, thank you so much for this run. Despite how it ended, I think it was very entertaining to watch nonetheless. Please, to all the watchers, don't go anywhere because we have an exciting Touhou 6 Embodiment of Scarlet Devil run coming up as the next one. So after a quick intermission, we are going to be back.